following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Maya Angelou. I believe the most important single thing beyond discipline and creativity is daring to dare. It's a beauty, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 39. NASDAQ is up 12. S&P's are flat. Gold contract down $11.10, trading at $1,221 an ounce. Silver down 5 pennies at $16.81 an ounce. Platinum off 14 at $1,194 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.54 a pound. Light sweet crude down 96 cents, trading at $49.06. Bonds, we have the 10-year down 1 at 128.10, 30-year up 2 at 146.30, and King Dollar up 262 ticks at 95.11. The euro's down 21 at 113, and the yen is up 85, trading at 120.28. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. So if we take a look at the future out here today has been fluctuating between, we've been basically trading between 12 S&P points, which by the way, is quite a price spread intraday out here, folks. The high out here today is 2065. The low's 2053. We're at 2062.25 right now. That being said, what are you going to have? What does the market want to do? Well, what we have is this. We take a look at this. We've reached the high, meaning the 65, 5 separate times, intraday, and we haven't been able to basically blast off out of it. Each and every time we get up to these levels, where we are right now, by the way, it can't handle the high volume that we had, actually, that was generated on the yesterday at the price point up at this, at 1550 yesterday. See, 1550 yesterday is where we came down right at the end of the market. That's where we had gone from 2065 to 2062. And it's not that that's a lot of points. It's not. It's only 3 points. But what it was, folks, is that whoever was there, they sold 90,000 contracts into the marketplace. That's what this little baby is facing right now. That's what it's actually going into. Let me see. I'll squeeze this up so you can see what's happening. There she is right there. And you talk about sticking out like a sore thumb. Man, it's sticking out like a sore thumb. It's a big number. So what I expect you have out here is that as you're getting into that level, that same seller is right there, and they're selling right into the market. We're going to take a look at the 3 Qs. We'll use the 3 Qs for the NDX 100. The 3 Qs right now are trading at 104.74. That's up. The swing point that they're dealing with is 104.58. Volume is anemic. We've only done 15 million shares thus far, and we'll see as we come into this close if, in fact, it's going to hold that swing point at the 104.58. Let me put this on a daily, and you'll see how this is shaking out. We have 15 million shares. You're going into 34 million shares, as well as, 79 million. Bottom line is we'll see whether it can even hold the price. You know, right now you're 14 cents over that level. The IWM, we take a look at the small caps out here. What do we have with the small caps inside the IWM? The IWM right now is trading at 119.46. That little baby is hanging at highs, also with dramatically lighter volume. It's down 16 cents, but it's really a sideways move. Thus far, we've only done 17 million shares. That 17 million is going into like 34 million. So there's no juice in the IWM. What we've had here is this. Markets try to go down, no volume on the way down. Markets try to go up, no volume on the way up. That's on the shorter term basis. You string this out a little. We put the S&P up here again for a second, and you see the S&P on the daily as we bring this up back. What you're going to see is that we've been in a consolidation for quite a while here, since October, basically. And the volume is all down the lows. So what we're going to see is that we're going to see that lower part of the consolidation get tested once again. And we'll see whether it has enough volume to break down or, in fact, test it, have lighter volume, go topside again, and see if it can break out the top. Thus far this week, we haven't been able to break out the bottom, nor the top. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. Gold contract is down $11.30 with light volume. What has happened with gold, folks, is this. It's pretty cool, actually, because the contract itself, so check it out. The contract itself, going back to the 22nd, is down off the high of 1308. We're almost down, well, we are down $90. Being down $90, the equities aren't even getting hit, which is just amazing. We came down hard on Friday. You had volume behind the move on Friday. That volume, however, was still going into the break topside with dramatically lighter volume. Now where we are is this. We bring this back, and what you're going to see on December 1st, what we had in December 1st is this. That's where gold went from a price point of $11.43 to $12.21, monster volume, okay? The top of that is the 12.21 area. That's right where we are. You're coming into that area with 100,000 contracts, and that's like not even close. If we go to the GLD and you want to see this correlation or how this correlation sets up, it's pretty cool. It's particularly cool because of the way that the equities are actually trading. Thus far, you know, we got an hour left, 55 minutes, whatever. You are at 5.6 million in the GLD today. That 5.6 million, folks, is coming into the updraft from the first, where we had 15.7 million. That's about as cool as you get. Inside the XAU, the HUI, bottom line, they not only want higher price, these babies are still set up, which is hard to comprehend when gold is back. They're still set up in an ABC structure on the way up. So it's pretty cool how this whole baby is shaking out right now. Let's go to John in Austin, Texas. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
I have no idea. How about you?
You have no idea? Well, man, I have an idea, man. I'm doing great. You know, listen, man.
Yeah, I'm so good I can't stand it, man. I just, you know, I just every now and then I just change it up a little bit.
That's cool.
The UGAS, buddy. I wanted to ask you about the UGAS, and in particular the high volume of 67 million on 129, when the range was 332 to 270.
Okay.
It goes to 285. I was thinking about moving into that, but that just concerns me. But I just want to get your expert opinion of what you thought about that.
Let's take a look at it. So, UGAS, folks, okay, is the velocity shares. It's the 3 times the natural gas futures. So first, what I'm going to do is go over to the natural gas futures. We take a look at the natural gas futures, and what you're going to see is that you're going to see wide price spread, accelerated volume. You're going to see you know, the natural gas futures themselves, when we just take a look at the last month and a half, well, actually 2 months from the November 5th time frame, we went from a price point of 319 straight down to 259. You come off that, and you come off with volume. Okay, so when you come off something like this and you have the juice behind it, what's really cool is this. It doesn't mean that natural gas has to go to the moon. You can just get a dead cat bounce out of natural gas, folks, at this particular point and really get some action. So your first level that I suspect you're going to be going to and I'll do UGAS, John, okay? I'm just going to do the natural gas first, okay?
Yes, sir.
Is going to January 15th. You know, your January 15th level up there, and natural gas is 319. What's real possible here, and this is where this gets really intriguing, is that you actually have broken the downtrend from 382. So 382 is game. We have a high volume spike at the 319, so 319 I think is a big number. Now, let's go back to UGAZ. We take a look at UGAZ, and UGAZ, folks, is the velocity 3 times long natural gas ETN. You just stay right there. John and I are going to be coming right back. We're going to bisect and dissect UGAS. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now down 46. You get NASDAQ up 9. S&Ps are down $1. We're going to be right back, folks.
Active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments? Then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direxion Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direxion Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirexionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direxion Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direxion Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direxion Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in y'all world. We're talking with John from Austin, Texas, and we're talking about UGAZ, G-A-Z. UGAZ, folks, is a triple leveraged product. On all leveraged products, whether it's a double or triple, folks, you have to understand that they're daily investment vehicles. Why? Because what happens is they get defensive on the way down, they compound the way back up. So the way this is set up, John, I like it. That's the bottom line. You know, you're up, you gapped higher, you're up 34 cents. You're trading something that's $3, which is a beautiful thing. You know, it wants a gun for $5.42. You get action at $5.42. Just even on a dead cat bounce, it can be at $7.20. So
you're saying it's a daily deal. So you roll into it today and you just get out at the end of the day?
Well, what happens is this. I actually did roll into this today, and I'm not going to get out of it because I'm looking to stay in it a few days at least. And this is what ends up happening. And as you just heard me say, folks, these are daily investment vehicles, and you absolutely have to understand that. If you get the trend right, a couple days won't kill you. What will kill you, absolutely, is a week, 10 days, 12 days. Because if you get a sideways market move, whether it's the bullish one or the bearish one, they have to go down, period. That's how the math works, okay? But, you know, what you could do, you could go into the UNG. The UNG is the same type of vehicle. The difference is that the UNG is not a geared product, meaning it's a one-to-one, and that won't trade the same way. That's at 14.34. That baby, you know, looks to me like it wants to go to 16.91, and maybe we'll get the 18 bucks.
Okay. So I know you're up a bit. You rolled in this morning, so you're up a bit now. Would you add to your position now?
No, we're not up, because what happened is that the open was actually, it's 3 pennies higher. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
4 pennies higher. Yeah, listen, I really like this. I mean, I like it because of the action. I've traded natural gas plenty of times in the futures market. What happens with this thing has got killed. So even if it's a dead cat bounce, it's a good bounce. You know what I'm saying? So the risk parameters are right for me right now. That's what it comes down to.
Got it. And there's some serious potential here.
Well, there's, I mean, you know, when something's trading at $3 and go to $5 or $6 in a couple of days, yeah, that's pretty good. You know?
Yeah, it's three times the leverage stuff. All right, buddy. All the best. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, man. Go have a great one. Have a safe one. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. Don't forget, every trading day at TFNN, 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. Get all that programming right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. This evening, okay? Bottom line, Steve's going to do an amazing workshop on volatility. What is the volatility trading all about? We got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, right here. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, in 2 hours, an extraordinary workshop. How about that?
And we, you know, intraday out here, which we've had, you know, for quite a while, folks, we've had the volatility. I mean, you're talking about 13 S&P points back and forth twice thus far.
You know, in fact, January, so just the month of January, out of the last 84 years, there's only been 15 times that January has been more volatile. So one of the things that I'll do with attendees, with listeners, subscribers tonight, is take a look and see exactly what that means, and it's really important. So you know that's going to be one of the elements that's out there. And what I'll show them is the market's actually trading exactly the way that we want. It's trading along a pattern. So they'll have a roadmap with regard to exactly what this market is going to do. And that's really just one of the things.
And you know, when I was listening to your program, you were explaining that what happens, folks, is that the definition of the VIX, of the volatility and all that, it's very clean, okay? Meaning, you can pull it up in a second. But talk to the listeners, because everyone can basically turn around and find out what the definition is.
Yeah, and that's really not what this is about.
Right.
This is about being able to use actionable trading tools. And you're exactly right. You can find out the mathematical interpretation of what the VIX means. But you know what it's like, Tom? Have you ever seen the movie The Rain Man?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
I love
great
that movie,
right?
yeah.
Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise, great film. Won, I think, like 3 or 4 Oscars.
Yes.
Back in the late 80s.
Right.
And Dustin Hoffman's character, he's best remembered for his skills as a card counter.
Right.
You know, and playing blackjack. And so my question to everybody listening is, hey, how would you like to be able to learn that skill set with regard to the market?
Right.
And what I'm going to teach them with regard to the VIX, I'm going to teach them actionable trading patterns. So there's a pattern that is in play that over the course of the last year, if you use this pattern, it's worked 90% of the time. So if somebody is, and it's worked 90% of the times in helping to either call bottoms,
Yes.
or at least bounces. So if you are a person that is that really wants to understand what the market is doing and how the VIX can be used for your trading and investing, because there's oftentimes, the market starts really moving down. You hear it, you get the calls. People are like, should I get in now? And oftentimes the move is already gone. And so I'll teach people the pattern that is out there, because this is really all about pattern recognition.
Sure.
So, so I'm going to show that pattern. And it's really about, it's really for folks that are interested in growth. If learning is important to somebody that's listening out there, then this is a workshop that they want to take. I've always believed if you're not growing, you're doing just the opposite. Exactly.
The
Yeah.
bottom line, there's no doubt about that. I know, man.
So when folks are listening in, you take a look at all the things that you've put together, all the money that you've invested for what it is that we're able to bring forth to folks. They're going to attend a workshop for, it's going to be a 45-minute hour workshop that's going to help them grow. And because these are tools that aren't identified, these are indicators, these are things that I'm going to teach folks that you can't just pick up anywhere. They're not really they're not taught. And yet, but these are so important. These tools are so important. So if there's somebody listening out there and they feel like they're at the end of the rope, that they're at the end of their rope when it comes to trading or investing, I suggest they just put their rope down and they hop on board my rope, because my rope will take them to places higher. So if there's a lot of folks that feel like they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. The way that I take the VIX with regard to the ability to take actionable trading, be able to take actions. Be able to take actions and understand exactly what it means, really helps to bridge that feeling of, hey, what is the market doing, to being able to sit back, say, okay, this is exactly what it's done. Steve's given me, it's just like that card counter. It gives you that high probability.
Right.
So that you know what card to take next. And that's really what we're going to do.
And what happens, folks, okay, is just to cut to the chase, the VIX, absolutely, it's a fear and greed type of gauge. And so, what Steve has put together is that you're going to get an inclination as to what the VIX is doing, but that inclination, this is what's really cool about this, that inclination actually broadcasts what it wants to do maybe within about 24 hours, right? I mean, that's kind of how that thing is set up, right?
It does, but there's even for longer-term trades. I mean, just simply for people being able to identify. I'll show folks a pattern out there that has helped identify all the significant lows. And so I'll show them how to utilize the VIX combined with another tool that has identified these major bottoms. I will show people in utilizing the VIX with another tool, with a separate tool. This is a tool available to them that shows them impending tops.
Sweet.
So, and it tells folks whether to be in the market or out of the market. And I'll get rid of all the misnomers out there, at least with regard to how it is that we trade this.
Well, listen, man, we look forward to it 2 hours from now, right?
As do I. Thanks so much for
Thanks so much, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Come over to the front of our webpage, right? TFNN, folks. You're going to see it right in the front. It's free. 5:30 tonight. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge which is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 6. You get the Nasdaq up 14. S&Ps are off 2.5. And we go over, we take a look at the futures for a second. I want to show you something in this, folks. So when I was just on with Steve, you had the futures, the S&P E-mini spike like 5 points ASAP. And what you're going to see is it's going to give it up just as quick. We take this and we put this on a 10-minute bar. So what you're going to see is this. Okay, so right now we're at 2065. The baby spiked to 2069.50, and that spike. This is really cool because what happens is this: these phenomena of spikes when the market pushes, then spikes again and gives it up. What that's all about, folks, is this. You have operators that are trying to get shot right now. And more than likely, it's the same operator who hit into this market yesterday at the close. So the best way that you can do it, to find out, number one, how many orders are up there, and that spike is their sell order. That's what this is all about. And well, what happens, if in fact that's the case, what you're going to see is that you're going to get a close out here under this 2065. Yeah, it's 2065. And as you close under it, what you'll also see is that the last, we got the 20 minutes right now, 24 minutes. What you'll see is that in the last 10 minutes, as we got yesterday, if that's the identification, what you're going to see is you're going to see that sell right into it once again. So it's going to be intriguing watching this whole thing come into the close out here today. After the close, we do have a lot of earnings that are going to come out. One of the big ones, well, there's a lot of big ones after the close, actually. We have Tesla, we have Zillow, Trulia, and Panera. FireEye. Now, FireEye, folks, is an equity. The low for the year is $24. The high is $97. It's trading at, $35.90 right now. What FireEye specializes in is they protect computer systems, big time. This is a company that is down off $97, okay? So it's certainly down big dollars, okay, from where it was trading. That being said, what you're going to see with FireEye is that the way this is set up right now, this has been in a consolidation for a long period of time after the stock got absolutely smoked. You know, the stock went straight down from $97 to $25. That happened in May of 2014. Then what you've had is that you've had this consolidation, this sideways move. What's going to be so intriguing in this case, well, first off, the way this is set up right now, it's telling me that, guess what? This is not going to go higher at the close. Now, what's going to, after they come out with the numbers, but what's so bizarre is that fundamentally, all these companies have got attacked. And fundamentally, they've had plenty of press and plenty of people hiring them to basically look at the systems and figure it out. So this one's going to be really an intriguing one coming into the close. And this is why. When you take a look at the week of November 7th, what we had November 7th is this. You had a high out here of $34.55. That's a nice high. It was pushing with volume. Well, what has happened is that we're at 35.82. And that characteristic, we had 60 million shares then. Last week, we did 29 million. This week, thus far, we've done like 16 million. When you see something like that, the initial push with volume is like good. The contraction of volume the last few weeks is terrible. So I can't wait to see how this one shakes out. You know, it's not that the stock doesn't look like to me it wants to get killed, but the stock could go back to $27 in a heartbeat. So we'll see where that whole one shakes out after the close. We're also going to get Cisco after the close out here today. And Cisco, right now, Cisco is trading out at a price point of $27.09. The way that Cisco has been trading now, let's see what she looks like on a weekly. Actually, I got to put her on a monthly. Okay, so on a monthly basis, if we take a look at Cisco, what you're going to see is that Cisco has been coming into There she is. Where's that? There's the monthly. Okay. So what Cisco's doing, Cisco came off its high in November of 02. No, not 02, 07. And that's what we're going into right now. How we came into it, last month you came into it with 660 million shares, where you're coming into 1.5 billion shares. So the way Cisco's set up right now, Cisco doesn't look to me like it's going to basically get into higher price also. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Tesla, TSLA, Tesla's going to be coming out with numbers after the close out here. The number on Tesla goes like this. It's trading at $212 right now. And what we have, it's down $3.60. This little baby here, we put this back and put this on, first I'll put this on a 3-year weekly. So we put this on a weekly, and what you're going to see is that she's actually right. This is interesting, actually. Yeah, but she's not going to get anywhere anymore. Okay, so when Tesla come off the high of 291, she did come back down to where Tesla has some strength, actually, because there's big strength at this 181 area. It had hit 185. So the way the Tesla's set up right now, again, yeah, 181 can get hit again. And the 181 level, folks, is November of 2013. That's the way that baby is set up at this particular point. You have Trulia that's going to be coming out, real estate business. SCSS, I think that's also a, yeah, Select Comfort. That's also going to be in the real estate business. So there's this on Panera Bread, PNRA. Let's go take a look at Panera. What do we have with Panera? Panera right now is trading at 177.34. Panera on the weekly. Oh, this is going to be interesting too. So watch this. Let's put this Panera, PNRA. Panera is coming right into a downdraft. This is Panera is trading at 177.36. She's coming into the downdraft of November of 2014, and that's coming in with lighter volume. So even the way that Panera is set up, and she's up pretty good today, up 74 cents, that's saying that she wants to also back off, and I expect we're going to basically see that baby back off pretty quickly. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Darryl Martin, folks. And don't forget, every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, Darryl has an outstanding show. Darryl and I have a show Friday morning, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Darryl specializes in the Nadex platform. If you haven't test drove that platform yet, folks, come over to our website at TFNN, and you'll see the banner on the top, on the side. You can bring up the platform, test drive it, absolutely free. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can see how dynamic these contracts are. Darryl Martin, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going there?
It's going great, man. How you been?
I'm doing fantastic, man. The markets have been have given us plenty of volatility, even in a low news week. We've had a lot of movement.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt about that, man. You know, when we take a look at the movement out here today, and what happens, folks, inside the Nadex platform is that you can trade indices, you can trade commodities, you can trade currencies, and you can trade them on all different time frames. And what we've definitely had out here is some real juice, because just since I had Steve Rhodes on and then had a little dialogue and then brought Darryl on, the S&Ps themselves have moved, let's see, so we've moved up and down 3 separate times over 4 points, which is just amazing, you know? Yeah, well, we spiked from 62 to 69. I mean, and that's the name of the game, folks.
I mean, you go and you grab a few points, turns around, grab a few more, turns around, grab a few more. I mean,
it's pretty sick, you know. And coming into this close out here, you know, we're 2065, and we'll see if they hold the 65. You know, because the 65 is a big number, folks. That's how this is shaking out right now.
They're pushing right up on it right now. So yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
And when you get these little 3-4 point oscillations, you know, we talked about these before. You know, get these 20-minute binary contracts.
Yes.
And so if you're just seeing the market just bounce, that's a really easy way to go in and play those markets. And they have available on the S&P, the NASDAQ, they have them on the Russell, and they have them over on the Dow. And you can just trade those 3 and 4 point oscillations whenever the market gets in that little, sort of chop zone.
No, totally. And when you bring your account up, folks, paper trade it, check it out, so you can really get a good understanding of how this works. Dow, you can stay with us a few minutes?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Dow Martin, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now flat. NASDAQ's up 15. S&Ps are up $3. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit tfnn.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Daryl Mott and Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Don't forget, folks, Daryl got an outstanding show every Tuesday, Thursday, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also, we have a show together at 10 to 11 Friday morning. He specializes in the Nadex platform. He also has a diagnostic box spread analyzer. It's an awesome piece of software, folks. The way you test drive it, you come over to our website at TFNN. You go under newsletters and then go under services. It's right there. You can test drive it absolutely free. The S&P right now we're at 1261, and what you're going to have, this is a classic. You know, Darryl and I were just talking about, you know, basically fast volatility moves, and this market has it in spades. In the last 15 minutes, what a trip, right?
Just in that break, man, it's starting to pull right back down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it was 65, pulled on down to 60. There we go.
Yeah, and these spikes. What happens, folks, is that I was talking a little bit earlier, Daryl, and whoever was selling into this market at the close yesterday, it looks like there's same signatures on this thing, because this whole market here, when we pull this back, and I'll pull this back intraday so you can see what is happening. When they sold out of this market at 340 yesterday, 350, that was 91,000 contracts they were selling. And, the spike was there. Spike got right to it, and guess what? They just gave it to them again. So how we finish this off in here today, folks, is important. That's the bottom line, because if the bulls can get it up, guess what? Bottom line, you get higher price. At this particular point, it looks to me like you're going to have one more sell-off, because we certainly have 8 minutes. And the way that operator likes to trade, that trade will come in probably in the next 5 or 6 minutes. And what they're going to try to do, they already have it under the range. The top of that range, of course, is the 1265. So you're slightly under it. You're 1262. We'll see whether they can punch it down to this 1253 area. But the volatility's out there, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, they may go for it by the end of the day here. They're pushing down. That's a pretty good move, but the way they've been moving lately, 5 points.
That's right. And what happens, and what happens in the Nadex product and platform, folks, is that it's defined risk at all times. That's really important to understand what defined risk is. If you're putting up $10, $40, whatever that is your risk period. And these markets that are highly volatile like that, it's beautiful. I mean, it really is. Because what you're doing, the difference is now we're getting the movement. If you're trading options, which basically you are, you need movement, folks. You need movement. You need fast fingers.
Yeah, so you need movement or you need fast fingers.
Yeah, right.
So you got to have that movement there, and on these 20 minutes help that. You got a little bit more movement, and the 5 minutes you got to have very fast fingers, but you only need a couple ticks.
Yes. Yes.
And so those are pretty fun. I've been playing with those quite a bit. I like them a lot. But I mean, I'm down on 3 tick bars, trading those things.
No, you'd have to, right? I mean,
exactly.
Because that's what you're dealing with.
But I mean, all I need is 2 ticks, and I put in 20, and I get out at 40, and I'm done.
Right. Right.
So it's a 2-minute trade. Do whatever you want to.
That's pretty intense, man.
And they've actually increased they added there's 5 strikes now in the 5-minute binaries.
That's huge.
There used to only be 3. So that way, if it moved 3 ticks, you wouldn't have anything, right?
Right.
So they went in and they added 5 strikes to them. And what they also did is they reduced Aussie dollar down to being 3 ticks wide, which is good, 3 pips.
Sure.
It was 4. I don't know why, but They fixed it, which is good.
Yeah.
And then they've also increased their size now. So their
Which is
size,
huge.
it was at 30, and they're at 50, and I've heard rumors that they're going to be near 100 soon.
Yep.
The demand, basically, the demand is just so high. They're having to go in there and, actually like bump it up because like people are just taking the books out.
And what happens, folks, is that the more liquidity, the better off it is for all traders, because what happens is that you're not only getting in and out faster, it brings the spreads down more because you get people on both sides.
More liquidities, more traders, people coming in inside the bid-ask spread.
Right. And
more traders, more market makers, more traders. I mean, it's just...
It's the chicken or the egg. It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
And what's cool, what we're talking about here, folks, which is really cool, is this, is that it's possible and probable that they're going to get the full liquidity inside the 5s and 20-minute ones first, and then it'll just ramp up from there. Do you know what I mean? Because what happens, because you can go on the bid or the offer, folks. Most times that you'll get it a few times, but you can do that. But the way this is shaken out right now, because the liquidity's more, you'll see that more. Which that would be the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, I mean, the more that they're able to weigh that risk off and they get that full liquidity on both sides.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, they're going to get tighter in spread. They're going to be bigger in size because they're taking on. A market maker wants to provide liquidity, not counter trade.
Right. Right.
So the more traders that are trading them, and I mean, I was talking to, me and my wife are going out to Puerto Rico next week. And,
yes.
We have this, thing with Wyndham, and it's, we can go 4 or 5 weeks a year wherever we want to go.
Right.
And talking to the guy, he works out of his house. All his job is to help us figure out where we want to go. And he was talking to my wife, and she's like, "Oh, somehow another trading came up," and she's like, "You got to talk to my husband." And he's like, "Oh man," and he's like, "Well, I don't have a lot of time." He's like, "I got Sundays off and I got Mondays off, and I work the other 5 days." I'm like, "Well, you can trade Sunday night, you can trade Monday, and you can also trade for like 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes at a time." With the binaries. I mean, it really doesn't matter what your schedule is. If you have access to a computer, anytime, I mean, they're open 23 hours a day. And he was like, "Oh, that's perfect. I don't have to watch it all day. I don't have to watch it throughout the week. I can sit down for 30 minutes. And I'm like, I'm not saying just go in there and go, to start throwing your money at the wall. But I was like, get in there, demo trade it, check out some of the stuff I got.
I think you better give him fair warning that what happened, and I'll give all you folks fair warning out here. It'd be great if you could do it for 30 minutes, but let me tell you something, folks. If you get in there and do it, you're going to do it for a lot longer than that.
Tommy, you're going to be sitting there for 14 hours.
You are. You are. Because that is, I know, it's pretty sad.
It's like, okay, one more roll. One more roll.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Hey, listen, man.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean,
it is a beautiful thing.
Where can you double your money on the 2-tick move?
Right.
And cap risk and no stop loss? Where can that happen?
And the capping risk is huge, man. There's no two ways. And what you needed, which we have now, folks, is volatility. Volatility is a trader's best friend. I mean, that's the reality. It is not an investor's best friend, okay? But it is absolutely...
It scares them, but
yeah, but for traders...
It makes us get up early in the morning and stay up all night long.
What happens, there's a different ball game. There's a different mojo that happens. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Well, listen, man, you have a great night, safe night. And you're taking your wife... Are you taking your wife to... Puerto Rico right now, right?
We're taking a little resort outside of San Juan or whatever out there, and I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Oh, you love it. Puerto Rico's gorgeous, man, gorgeous.
And she's an awesome wife. You get a little Valentine's Day getaway.
That's perfect. Okay, man. Well, listen, we look forward to the show tomorrow.
All right.
Okay. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow right now is down 16. Nasdaq's up 11. S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Robert in New Jersey. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. A great show. I've been listening to you for years. You got a great thing. I've been listening to you for over a decade. So it's amazing. You've done a great job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. If you happen to be up in that Boston area, folks, be safe. And you got a lot of digging out to do, boy. I'll tell you, pretty amazing. Let's take a look at this. Is a quote by James Garner. Believe in yourself and everything you can be. You know, when I finish the program off, I always talk about step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. All of us have to figure out. It's like life's a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. That's the reality. But what you want a gun for, folks, is gun for everything that's inside you. Because guess what? We're a lot stronger and smarter and all of that than we even know. Grab it. Have fun with it. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. Dow Industrial's down 6, NASDAQ up 13, S&P's up 3.5. Gold contract down $12.50, trading at $1,219 an ounce. Silver down 9 cents, trading at $16.77 an ounce. Platinum down 15 at $1,193 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.54 a pound. Light sweet crude down 73 cents, trading at $49.28 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year down 3 ticks at 128.08. 30-year off 3 at 146.28. Both light volume. We'll see what they get. They have to make their way back inside a larger range right now. King dollar up 297 ticks at 95.15. The euro down 25 at 112, and the yen up 83 at 120.35. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. We take a look at the futures first. This is what you have. We've been bouncing around this exact same area now. We're pushing, we're almost pushing a couple months. And that area that we're talking about, folks, is the top of the consolidation. We closed out at 2065. And which she is. She's over that top of the consolidation. You know, yesterday the high there was 206650. No juice behind the move, but bottom line, you are right at the very top of this consolidation. You closed at the top of it. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so if you take a look at the SPY closed at 206.93. I'll put the SPY up here so you can see this correlation. We did 80 million shares. What is it going into? Well, you're going into the swing point that was generated out here in January. That high is 206.26. We had done 174 million shares there. Bottom line, like you're going higher. What we're running smack into is the high volume day from December 18th. And that is absolutely anemic. Okay, so we have 81 million shares against 257. You know, so we'll see if, in fact, the SPY can make it up to the very next level, which would be 208.97, which would be a big move, by the way, because you closed over it. You know, does that mean you can basically stay over it? Yes, with light volume you can. Bottom line, do I think we're going to climb up to the next one? No, I don't. Why? Because it's barely hanging on with its teeth as we came into the close out here today. The 3 Qs, the NDX 100. What do you have with the 3 Qs? This is what we have with the 3 Qs. NDX 100 today closed at 104.78. You did 19 million shares. Your last swing point out there, which had light volume, did 34 million shares. The swing points it's going after is 105.25. You know, bottom line, no juice up here, but they got it going. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, gold goes lower. We have light volume as we move lower. The equities themselves didn't move lower, which is still an indication that, bottom line, equities definitely want higher price. We'll see where this gold contract wants to trade down to. We did 105,000 contracts out here today. When we came down last Friday, did 205,000 contracts. You're coming into the monster sign of strength we had on December 1st. December 1st is where the gold had a spread of 1143 up to 1221 with monster volume, by the way. So that's telling me gold still wants higher price. The bond market, the ever-ready bond market, this is important big time. Why? Because what we have is this. The 10-year bond today did 1 million contracts. Now, what you have here, folks, is that you're contracting in volume in an extraordinary way, and you're doing it right where you have a high volume spike. That high volume spike is back from the December 16th. The price point is 128.12. We did 1.46 million. Bottom line, I suspect what you're going to see here, first off, the 10-year and the 30-year would have to get back inside the swing point from the 22nd. But I expect that's what you're going to see. You're building some cars here. I expect you're going to see it come back inside that area. King dollar. Now, this is the number, folks. King dollar is the big number out here. Why is it the big number? Because what you've had with King dollar is this. King dollar on a huge march higher. That march started in May of 2011. The last 2 weeks, we've been at these highs of the 95 area. And what we've done is this. Today, we only did 22,000 contracts. Yesterday, we did 32,000 contracts. The high that was generated out here on the 26th had 35,000 contracts. The low that was generated on the 3rd of February had 38,000, I believe. 56,000, 58,000. See, that number there, that 58,000 at the 93.38 is saying that that wants to get tested again. Now how we test that is going to be crucial, because if you come back and we test that with volume, that'll be saying now you get two high volume bars off the high, which very well could generate a very large correction inside the dollar. That's how this baby is set up right now. So we'll see how the whole thing shakes out, and I suspect we're going to see that very quickly. Let's go take a look at some of the numbers that have come out thus far. Whole Foods WFM. We take a look at Whole Foods. Whole Foods, let's see what they're saying about their numbers. WFM. Whole Foods closed today out here at a price point of $53.51. Right now, it's trading at $55.40, and numbers go like this on Whole Foods. Their comp was, their estimate was 45 cents. They made 46 cents. They're topping it by a penny. Not the end of the world, but let's see. When you take a look at this chart, what we have here, we'll put this on a monthly chart, and it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't be buying Whole Foods right here, that's for sure. Why? Because what you've had is this. Whole Foods come off that high of 65 bucks, monster volume on the way down, 200 million shares on a monthly, and you're going up with 83 million. It's going to try. It'll get into the high, the lows of the high. But bottom line is that you need volume that will expand so dramatically to get up and over that. It'd be pretty amazing. FEYE, FireEye. FireEye has been in the news a huge amount of time here. Why? Because what you have had, folks, is that FireEye is all about security, and it's all about security inside the computer market, and of course we've had that everywhere. FireEye closed at $35.69. That is trading right now at $38.10. And if we take a look at what they have, FireEye, their loss per share is 72 cents. They deferred revenue of $352 million. That's interesting. They see first quarter revenue $118 million to $122 million. The adjusted, they see billings, fourth quarter billings at $212 million. Bottom line is that this is an equity that also is not going to be going anywhere. Let's go take a look at this, and we'll put this on a daily. What you have with FireEye right now, she's up The last high that was generated out here was the 36.85, and she's just fluctuated. I think she's at 37 right now. She's at 37.73. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed down 6. NASDAQ up 13. S&Ps are up 3.5. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. John Logan, folks. Now, John, folks, kicks us off every trading day right here at TFNN, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, 8 in the morning to 6 in the evening, we get live programming. You can get it, pick it up right in your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. If you'd like to test drive the TAS market profile, real easy to do, folks. You come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters, services. You're going to see the TAS market scanner right there. It's an outstanding piece of software. Man, Mr. John Logan is going to walk us through it right now, actually. John Logan, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, good to be back with you, man. These S&Ps are just grinding higher.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. It's amazing. It really is. And you know, the volatility, today was 12-point spread in the S&Ps, you know what I mean? And they closed really at the highs. So there's no doubt, man.
It is what it is. You know,
it is. Listen, no doubt, man. I've been listening to your program every time. I know, man.
it's the first thing that you get hit with in the morning, I guess.
It's beautiful. Listen, you got a great program, man. I love it. Every time you keep saying you got to be long this market, though, I cringe.
Yeah.
No, I don't cringe. You know what I'm saying? I'm shot, so I'm, you know.
Yeah. It's as nonsensical as that.
No, listen, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. That's the bottom line.
Well, I'm about as jaded a person as you'll ever meet. You know that, and I don't know if the bubble's going to burst at any moment. But right now, we always talk about turning a wrench the same way until somebody tells you to do differently.
Man, I love the profiles. I got it. I got it. Don't. I got it, man. No doubt.
We talked this, even this morning, in fact, about do you chase these things or do you wait till they come back to support, even if you're looking at it from the long side? We actually came down right into that inflection point at 2052. I mean, it was within a half of a point of the unfair highs on the profiles that we're looking at. And that was just one of those things where, I wasn't going to mess with it up there. But when we finally got into a high probability area, then it was just, hey, we're here, and I know where to put my stops, and let me see what this thing's going to do now. And it ran right up, which was amazing.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. And you brought up a great point this morning. What John was talking about, folks, is this is intriguing because we're all technical traders at TFNN, and what he's talking about is that there's plenty of technical patterns that are out there, and people pick up on them. And it's like, okay, you're trading off them, you're not trading off them. What happens with the profiles, folks, okay, they don't have the profile. There's some people that have them, but not basically people aren't trading off these profiles like John has set up, which is really, when I was listening to that, that was a big heads. It's not a heads up, but you know what I'm saying, John? It was really cool because it's a fact. We know it's a fact. We've been around enough. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, a lot of the classic formations. I mean, the first book I ever read, I can't remember how old I was. John Murphy. You remember that book, the Technical Analysis of Futures Markets, I believe is what it was called.
Yes, big time.
It's if you guys ever want a really good, sound, fundamental platform to look at and read about on technical analysis, Tom's got some great information out. And this guy John Murphy had originally come out with something back in, I guess that was maybe even the late, was it the 80s? Can't remember.
So check this out. John was on here all the time. I did workshops with John for 5 years.
Wow, yeah, he's got that book loaded up with all the usual suspects of.
He does. He does. He's a great technician, a great writer. You know what he did once, that John, and folks, you're gonna love this. This is just amazing. We're doing a workshop once at the World Trade Center in Boston, right?
Okay.
And he gets up, and we had 200 people there, and he says, "Listen," he said, "I'm going to show you something right now that if you actually had discipline, that you could make money." He says, and he said, "I'll tell you what the problem is. What the problem is no one will basically stay with the discipline." And you know what he does? He puts up a 50-day moving average.
Exactly.
And he says, "Let me show you something." He says, "See this right here? If you actually did this over the course of years, you're going to make money." He says, "But I've told people this a million times, but what ends up happening is that because the money management, they'll say, no, it's going to be different this time. They won't do it. Then they lose money." Isn't that a trip, though? And I think about that so many times, because what happens, folks, is this. In a choppy market, that'd be a problem, okay? But guess what? Choppy markets don't stay forever. You get trending markets, either whether they're up or down. And, isn't that wild, though? I mean, that's how he started his workshop off. It was great.
It is so true. I mean, they're even looking at our profiles, which I'm sure you're showing right now.
That's why I brought it up. I know.
Yeah, I mean, simple things are usually better, and trying to keep it like in a compartment that maybe you're looking at 2 or 3 main things all the time instead of trying to put together 15, 20.
Yes.
Keeping it simple is there's something to be said for that. And that 50-day moving average concept you just spoke of, and I know exactly what you are talking about. It's like you see it, and somehow this time it's going to be different. But
I know.
You're playing odds. Investing and trading, you're playing odds.
Right.
And the odds are, hey, you're not always going to be right. That's the first thing, and that's what will happen with that 50-day moving average, and you're going to have to take some heat with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to trade a little lighter, blah blah blah.
Sure.
But one of the things that is really neat is combining a really simple tool like that with some of the stuff that we're showing you right now. The profiles. I mean, the profiles for me, they block out one side of the marketplace.
I know, which is great.
And that just makes it so idiot-proof for me, because I'll even have a tendency of kind of going out in left field, like, oh my God, what this does this, and start putting all these things together. But basically, if I say, you know what, I'm supposed to be long or I'm supposed to be short,
right?
That's
basically and you move from that aspect. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Can I show you something really cool?
Absolutely.
All right. Let me put something up, and this is why I did not come down there this week and changed it to next week.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do was be able to kind of have this teed up, because we're going to, in addition to the scanner, which completely, in my opinion, blocks out one side of the marketplace on a lot of different instruments. And I'm showing the scanner too here. I'm just kind of blipping that over. That's got our breadth situation at the top, and then the ability to kind of look at instruments relative to profiles. And there's a couple of videos on that on your site. But one of the things that we wanted to do was to really do reports and really proof of concept around some of the things that we do. And what I'm showing everybody right now is we've imported, this took a lot of time to do this, we imported our breadth information into eSignal. And this is only for us right now to generate some proof of concepts. But we were able to actually put that in eSignal in multiple time frames and actually develop strategies around those multiple time frames.
Nice.
And what you're seeing right now is the red line is profitable, the green line's negative. And the reports off of this and proof of concept are insane. And we're going to be able to put some of these signals out also through the TFNN network.
Nice.
And these are completely involving the breadth information that people have access to, which I'm showing right now with these speedometers at the top within the scanner on your site. And I'm going to pull this up really quick. I do this a lot, and I'm sorry I'm going back to the to the well again. But as we have looked at the long-term breadth indicator that we use, and I'm just going to kind of expand this out and kill the middle ground. We've just been unfortunately breadth positive since October 17th. And we haven't had any mitigating circumstances to cause that to be any different. Right now, it's actually widening out, which is kind of scary for the shorts. So
yeah, you stay right there.
Okay.
John Logan, Tom O'Brien. Don't forget, folks, John kicks us off every trading day. You want to know what's going on in the market, folks? 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 to 9. John's on. He walks you right through the markets. Stay right there. Tom O'Brien, John Logan. We're gonna be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, BASIL noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, BASIL found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, BASIL Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, BASIL's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to BASIL's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days, unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direxion Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direxion Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirexionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direxion Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direxion Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direxion Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. John Logan, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And, folks, the way that you test drive the TAS profile scanner, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters, and then you'll see services. You hit services right there. As you bring the scanner up, what you're going to see, number one, is how you can test drive it for a full month. What you're also going to see, folks, is 3 separate videos that John put up there so you can have a complete understanding of just how the profile scanner works. It's a beautiful thing, no doubt. So we're looking at out here, I'm looking at, well, I haven't seen this for a while, John. I'm looking at it like a sea of red. You do that just for me?
Yeah, actually, first of all, I want to say that this thing's got over 20. It's got over 2,500 instruments in it, and you've got a lot of global things.
Yes.
To pick from here, different ETFs, stuff like that. But for TFNN guys, we just did something really, really. I mean, one of my partners slapped me after I did this, but we basically gave you guys the admin version of the web scanner, which allows you to see kind of some internal information on breath statistics if you really want to dig down into things. It's really got a lot of neat stuff there. The Bloomberg version, which is in C#, it's an application we actually sell for, almost $400. Yeah, even more. Actually, we're going to probably charge more for it. So you guys are getting a great deal with this. But one of the things I pulled up was I said, let me just give Tom a little, victory here and pull up some stocks that are not doing good.
I pull it up in the morning, so I know. Believe me.
Well, what I did is I took the S&P 500, loaded it up, and then I did a little filter here. I want to see weeklies and dailies of what's really not cooperating.
Yes.
And what I'm here to say is, basically after doing that, is if you're in any of these stocks long right now, you need to think again, because these are actually showing extreme weakness, and these are the only stocks showing weekly and daily below profile.
And just if you're in your car, folks, driving right now, out of the 500 stocks, we're looking at the most maybe 20, right?
Yeah. It's less than 20. Yeah,
it's less than 20. It's interesting though. It's a couple of big names up there. You got Duke Energy. You got Berkshire Hathaway.
Archer Daniels. Yeah.
Yeah. Archer Daniels Midland. Yeah. You got a lot of.
Yeah. Johnson & Johnson.
That's a big one. That's been basically going having some problems for a little bit right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of foretelling a little bit that and a qualifying kind of arena to put your instruments in this thing, because you can add your own instruments or you can do all kinds of things. And it's amazing what you can do in a web browser these days, because we were trying for a long time to get this to work exactly how we wanted it. But it's always a work in progress. It's going to always have upgrades. But as it stands right now, I use it really and load a couple of different things in here, a couple of different sectors, and then I go in here and try to figure out, what's really the leaders of the pack relative to profiles and what's really the dogs.
Right.
And we kind of used the XLE the other day as a kind of an example that was again, that's no mystery. I mean, there's a lot of people that are now starting to talk about that. We kind of started talking about it a little early because you did.
No, and all of that in a show in the morning, folks. The bottom line is that the XLE did come off that bottom of the 71 area, and bottom line is that it picked it up, man. It picked it up on the second get-go on the way back, right? Not that profile, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, it's kind of compressing against 80 now, and it's a lot easier situation, especially on the pain level, if you're wrong, to be able to try to maybe let that thing gather itself a little bit. And if Crude's pulled back like $5 since that thing hit 80, and it's only at like 78 right now. So again, on a relative strength standpoint, the scanner also gives you some insane levels. So as I look at and I'm going to pull up our ETFs here.
Okay, really cool.
Because I'm showing a blank screen. Let me get rid of that sort we had there. Let me get rid of that really quick. Okay. So as I look at this, I can also just figure out really quickly. I'm going to go to the XLE here. I can figure out those inflection points. So, we were keying off the 74 when it was available, and now the current landscape is the new top that we hit almost to the tick was 80.07. And this kind of gives you the level of market and the different profiles and the major kind of dig-in areas. So, the support area right now is 78, and I think we actually came down and hit that.
Okay.
The other day.
So you have that lined up. This is pretty cool. Okay, so this is one screen that I didn't quite get my head figured out yet. Let's talk about it right now though, because it's up on Target TV. Okay. So I see what you're saying. So when you're going topside, what we're looking at here, folks, is that we have the whole scanner up, and then he brought up basically this landscape view. And so the landscape view, I get it now. Underneath the orange line, you get the green. So that would be basically the support, and then the red in the top would be the resistance. Is that correct? Is that
one of the things that we always got complaints from on the Bloomberg side from the institutional guys is, they're like, they want everything to be compressed and everything, like they want to spend 5 minutes on something and then go raise a ton more money, and they spend five minutes on trading and like 90,000 minutes on raising money. But one of the things is they give me the facts. So what we did is basically create this scanner so they could kind of like, not have to surf through all their charts to figure out things. But at the same time, they wanted to see all the inflection points on one scene
Right.
As they looked at, because some guys are intermediate traders, some guys are long-term traders. So what this gives basically to you, just like the S&Ps today,
right?
I was like, can't really, buy it up here. You got to wait for, we want to buy support, and that support happened to be 2052, 2053.
Right.
The scanner, and I'm just going to go right to that just because that's kind of the flavor of the day here.
Sure.
Let me go back into our futures. Where's that? Okay, here we go. And as this comes up, I'm going to go to our S&Ps. And what you're able to do really is be patient, wait for the high probability area to be hit. And there it is, 2052.82.
Look at
it
that.
Hit, yeah, it
That's
hit it. I mean,
sick.
so it gives you battle areas to be aware of where you can not really kind of just throw darts out in the wind and like, oh God, I think the S&Ps are going to go up. Let me just go ahead and buy it. You let the market come to you, or let it break out above certain inflection points. So that's kind of. But the good news is there's another really cool feature going into this thing this week.
Yes.
Live charts. So when you go in here, you can click on a cell. It's going to actually pull up a chart, a dynamically updating chart, and paint the levels on it for you. So you'll be able to. I mean, I don't know what else you could need at that point, but it's pretty cool. Let me go back to this for a second.
Okay.
This is some of the kind of proof of concept stuff that I was talking about before with the breadth in combination with those profiles. Now, in the spirit of what we talked about initially, and you talking about the 50-day moving average and how simplistic that actually is, yet how powerful it actually is. We look at our profiles as super powerful, but when you put the breadth on top of it, and that's a real simple system in my mind. I tend to make things more difficult than they are sometimes when I explain them. But when we look at the breadth overlaid with the profiles, we can develop a strategy of eliminating one side of the marketplace. Now, I kind of scrolling around, and guys on the radio, you're not seeing this, but as important dates that we were kind of looking at, we talked about 1017 before. As we look at those powerful changes in breadth positive, which are in the scanner, it tells us, okay, it's okay to buy breakouts on the profiles. And then look at the run that we had.
Extraordinary run, I know.
Unmitigated breadth and really no profiles telling us to get out. Now, when did we have some different tones here?
So December 9th, right?
Yeah, December 9th, and the breadth said, okay, it's okay to be short, not okay to be long.
Yeah.
We actually passed below some profiles. So again, we talk about how to regulate the trade if you're long or short.
Yes.
The proof of concept is in this, and I don't even want to show you the results of these reports unless you want to see them. But I was going to show you that in person.
That is so cool, man. It's pretty amazing. And as we're talking here, folks, there's some kind of news out because the S&P's just spiked up 15 points. Yeah.
I don't know what that news is.
I don't know either, but we'll find out.
Let me get that for you. Hold on. Let me see. We got another chart here. Yeah, you're right. 78, 77. This is real time.
Yep. No doubt.
Well, that we were talking the other day, last time we talked actually, lower highs and higher lows and compressing into this thing, just like crude oil kind of done it. And,
yes.
We were like, oh Jesus, this is going to go one way or the other pretty soon. And we were actually at our zero line on Navigator down here too.
Okay.
And that was just, it was difficult to buy strangles or buy straddles at the time because the volatility was so high.
Right.
But we were looking to buy breakouts finally around these inflection points, and that happened. And we actually got the retest this morning, which was the freebie. I mean, that was just crazy how that worked out. There's something else too. A lot of guys use our information to trade Nadex.
Okay.
And I know Daryl has got an insanely cool product with what he's got, and he works with Nadex constantly. Their site actually has them all over. But a lot of guys will look at the scanner and look at the products that Nadex offers and be able to try to figure out, where do I wait patiently until these areas are hit.
No, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Unbelievable.
Can I still come down next week?
I can't wait, man. Can't wait to see you. It's a beautiful thing. I can't wait for the program tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, right here at TFNN.
Cool. All right.
John, have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks.
Thanks,
Coming
Tom.
right back.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. If you want volatility in spades, just wait a few seconds, folks. It's pretty amazing what we have happening out here, and this is going to continue. So as John and I were on the air, you had a couple news events coming across saying that all's going to be great in Greece. They're going to make a deal, extend the debt. All the details really aren't out here, but the bottom line is that it looks like they're going to have some kind of a deal, which the banks had to make a deal, folks, because the bottom line is that Greece can turn around and say, listen, I'm not paying you. Doesn't matter. You got to extend the debt, and we'll end up seeing them extend it 70 years, and then 70 years from now, no one's going to be around, so they'll figure something else out. Bottom line, what does that do to the S&Ps? S&Ps spiked to 2079. Right now, we're at 2073, and we'll see whether it can hold up to those higher levels. Because what you definitely do have is the spike is up there, but the spike itself, okay, folks, doesn't mean a thing, particularly when there's no liquidity inside the marketplace. What you can do inside the futures market, or let's say an operator can do, not you and I. An operator that can buy or sell a couple hundred contracts in a heartbeat. You can push this thing around, and they do push it around. So we'll see where this shakes out at the open tomorrow morning. Thus far, what we've had, and this is what's just amazing, there's no doubt about it. We closed out, the market had closed out at 4 o'clock here at the 2065 level. We got to 2079, and before I get off the air in another 8 minutes, we're going to be back to 2065 again. You got to love it. I'm telling you, this is a market, folks, to be traded. That's what it really comes down to. Of course, you definitely want to put your stops in and all of the above, but this is a market that you want to be trading in. Gold. Let's go over to gold. So watch this. I am so digging what they're doing with gold. It's blowing my mind, actually. See, because you have two different things happening. To me, I have two different things happening, and this is what it is. The technical aspect of it. The technical aspect of it right now is that gold was down for 2.5 years. Extended itself, did a 1 to 2 ABC structure on the way up. Come all the way back, it was all out there. It was out there in spades that, hey, guess what? This thing is done, right? It gets done. Bottom line, extends itself from a price point of over $1,900, coming back to a price point of $1,168, $1,130. It took from September of 2011 till basically 3 months ago to bottom. And not only bottoms, folks, okay? It is testing all these areas with lighter volume. Okay, that being said and done. Now, what has happened in the present moment? Well, in the present moment, what you had is this. The first expansion down, it couldn't take out its swing with volume. The second expansion down, you have lighter volume. The precedent is down 1480 right now. If I've learned anything in markets in general, is that a fast price move, fast price destruction, without volume, okay, is the turnaround situations in big ways. That being said, what you have also, which is really encouraging if you happen to be in the metals market, is that the equities themselves, the gold equities, the silver equities, not all of them, many of them, however, are still in an ABC structure on the way up. And with gold pulling back this far, they still couldn't do anything to the actual equities, which is just an absolute mind blower. The last part of that, it's all about King Dollar. King Dollar is going to be the last number in here, and we'll see whether King Dollar, wants to get a lot higher, or it's going to give it up. My correlation and my belief at this particular point is that it is important where King Dollar is going, because gold is priced in dollars. That's what it really comes down to. And the dollar has had an extraordinary run. And I don't see the dollar, by the way, being a weak currency like it was in 2007, from 2001 it was at 121. It went down to 77. I don't see it going to 77. King dollar will be much stronger than the other currencies in the world. But what you have happening out here, and you can see it right through Greece, is that there's going to be deals that banks have to do. And the reason they have to do them, and foreign governments have to do them, because the banks have lent out way too much money to countries that are not going to pay it back. So check it out. So the country's not going to pay it back. Picture if you were either the central banker or a politician. Would you force them when the country's telling you I'm not going to do it? Yes or no? Okay. I personally wouldn't force them. Why? Because the whole dominoes fall. This is just a common sense deal, folks, which is so cool. Because why would it fall? Because Greece is called their bluff. Spain's going to call their bluff next. Guess what? Gold is going to call their bluff. Because the bluff is on, folks. And what it is, and it totally makes sense, because if I was a central banker or a politician, it totally makes sense. It says, hey, hold it. You can print more money. It doesn't matter about that. That doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. And guess what? For a social aspect, it doesn't matter. What matters is to keep the social fabric kind of going. What does matter, however, is the amount of wealth that is getting stolen in between here. And it hasn't been stolen yet, by the way, because the way that wealth gets stolen gets stolen through inflation. We haven't seen it yet. We will see it. We're certainly seeing it in the case of what is happening inside all central banks, most countries right now, and we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. This comes back to fiat money, and guess what? You need fiat money. I'm not against fiat money, by the way. Okay, it'd be nice to have something backed. But what does happen? There's a huge case to be made that you can't carry around gold, you can't do all that, and to do large transactions. So you need fiat money. You need debt used correctly. That being said, what you have is real value, and what it will always bring is a hard asset. You can see it in New York City right now. In New York City, and you can take it from the large funds, the large sovereign countries, what they are doing, and this is the way that they can do it, and this is what is getting inflated. Large New York City buildings are not only up, they're up dramatically, and guess what, folks? They're going to keep going up, because that's where they had all this cash and they can put it to work real quickly, and they have a hard asset, and guess what? There's only one Manhattan, and it's getting inflated. It's going to get inflated more. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it. Fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.